Good morning, everyone. Hey, y'all. What's up from Texas? Hey, Texas. What's up? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. What's up? Good morning. Howdy. What's up? Miss Purple Butterfly. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thomas Scott. What's up? Real quick, y'all, I just want to come on here and give y'all this gem real quick on this beautiful Saturday. I hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday so far, or if you just getting started, let me give you a quick gem real quick. People will rather sabotage you than to give you your props. And the reason that I say that is because you have so many people around you that would much rather throw salt on your name, throw dirt on your name, than to give you props for elevating to the next level in your life. See, when you go up to different levels and you don't take those people with you, they start to create a anger on the inside of them because they feel like you owe them something. But let me just say this. Once you repay somebody with your time, that's the most valuable thing you can get from me. I repaid you back with my time, so my time is valuable. So I need for you to understand something. When I pay you that, I don't owe you nothing else. And when you don't cherish the time that I give you, guess what? Understand something. I owe you nothing else once I have reached a peak in my life. So let me tell y'all something. When y'all have reached that peak in your life, don't let nobody make you feel like you have to give them something after you have elevated and surpassed them in your life. It's nothing that you owe them, period, point blank. Stop putting yourself in situations to feel bad for people, to feel sad for people, to make them put you in situations where you feel like you owe them. Let me tell you something. These people that hate on you, that don't like you, they got the same 24 hours as you do. Baby, you got the same 24 hours as me. You can get up and go get it just like I did. You can get up and go get it and go network and go find all the resources just like I did. I don't have time to be sitting around waiting on no grown person to be getting mad at me about something that I have done in my life to put me on the next level in my life. See, I ain't got time for none of that. I am in a season of my life where I have completed the race. So guess what? I'm being rewarded for it. So if you don't like to see me be rewarded, guess what? Turn the other cheek and go the other way. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Baby, listen. It's what's understood don't have to be explained. And that was the realest quote somebody ever said to me in my life. You want to know why? Because as I went on into my adulthood, I understood that I don't have to explain anything to nobody if you were not here on the journey with me. What that song said, if you weren't with me shooting in the gym, I don't have to explain what I'm doing to get to the levels that I'm on. I no longer have to explain it to you. Because guess what? Since we on two different levels, we're not even supposed to be having conversations anyway. I have understood that you have to talk to people that's on the same level as you if you want to keep elevating. If they not on the same level or above the level that you own in your life, you gotta continue to move up. So guess what? Sometimes you gotta have those uncomfortable, hard conversations. Put yourself in the room where you want to step in. You feel what I'm saying? So if you a millionaire, go in the room with billionaires. Go talk to them because you're trying to get to that level in your life. You ain't got time to be talking to peasants and people at the bottom on the bottom shelf. We ain't got time for that no more. So guess what? I don't have to explain that in my life. I don't have to give you that explanation. If I want more for my kids, if I want more for my family, if I want more for me, I shouldn't have to explain that to the next person. And people be wanting you to explain that because they want to feel obligated to your success. You're not obligated to anything. Everything that I have allowed you to see up until this point is a privilege. See, people got to understand something. What I post on my social media and what I do on my social media is what I want to do. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to post. Everything that I post, that means I want you to know, right? If I don't post it, guess what? You will never know it, right? So guess what? You're not obligated to me. I'm not obligated to you. It's a privilege to know this much about me. It's a privilege to understand who I am as a perfect person. It's a privilege to even have a conversation with me. I don't even have to be sitting in the room with you because guess what? We on two different levels. And if I really wanted to get down to the nitty gritty, I would make you understand that you ain't got no privilege. You can't be around me. You can't sit next to me. You can't sit next to me. I'm learning that hard lesson in my life. You can't sit next to me. I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm good. See, y'all, real spill. Y'all know when you have reached a place in your life because you become intolerable to BS. You ain't got time for the BS no more. You ain't got time to waste time. You ain't got time to be, you know what I'm saying, having non-relevant conversations. I don't have time for that no more. You want to know why? Because that's how you know you're reaching different levels in your life. You're elevating to go to levels to where you don't have time to waste. So guess what? You don't have time for irrelevant conversations and irrelevant people either. Hello. I don't got time for that. I don't have time to sit around and talk about things that's not gonna place me in rooms that I'm not in. See, y'all gotta understand. In order for you for your name to be mentioned in rooms that you're not in, you have to be doing something. You have to be working. You have to put in the work. It's not gonna come from conversations that are irrelevant. It's gonna come from you actually doing work and you actually putting in the work for yourself. Okay. That's how you get your name in rooms that you're not in. Good morning, everyone. That's how you get your names in rooms that you're not in. Listen, everybody is capable. Everybody is capable of doing anything that they put their mind to. No, I don't have a podcast. I need one. Everybody is capable of doing anything that they put their mind to. All you got to do is, step one, cut out the irrelevant conversations and the irrelevant people. See, because the irrelevant conversations and the irrelevant people is what's taking up most of your time. When you make more time by cutting these two things out, you'll understand that the time that I waste is not the time that I need to be wasting, because the time that I'm wasting can be going towards something that I need to be doing in my life to get me to the next level. You feel me? I have understood that, and I have really put myself in a place in my life where I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm wasting too much time. I'm wasting too much time trying to explain myself. I'm wasting too much time trying to coddle grown people. I had to stop trying to coddle grown people's feelings. Because let me tell you something. Your feelings, the way that you feel, I'm human too. I have those same feelings. So when you didn't care about how I felt in that situation, I shouldn't care about how you feel when I leave you behind. Hello? I shouldn't care about how you feel when I leave you behind. Like, come on now. You didn't care about me when you made yourself look good and you was talking about me behind my back. You didn't care about my feelings. So guess what? I shouldn't care about yours when I leave you behind, when I go to the next level in my life. See, people be wanting you to feel bad. They be wanting you to feel bad all the time. They want you to feel bad because they want you to understand that if it wasn't for them, baby, no, if it wasn't for you, I probably would have had this sooner. If it wasn't for you, I probably would have had this sooner if you wasn't in my life. Yeah. You want to know why? Because I was too busy wasting time on you. You feel me? They expect you to let them do whatever because that's the picture that you paint for them. See, I told somebody this the other day. I said, listen, the reason that people treat you the way that they treat you is because you have allowed it for so long. And let me tell you something. Some narcissistic people, some manipulators, they take silence as a yes. So what I mean by that is The more you continue to go silent, the continuation of the bad behavior towards you is going to continue, because they think that you're allowing it, because you're not speaking up. You're not saying how you feel. You're not giving them, you know what I'm saying, hell. You feel what I'm saying? So when you go silent, they continue to do what they do to you. They treat you any kind of way because you start to get quiet. What you getting quiet for? If you don't like the treatment, if you don't like the way that they treating you, then speak up. Because the more you go silent, the more narcissistic people start to feed into that behavior, and they continue to do it to you. Yeah. Silence is a green light to narcissistic and manipulators. People that like to use other people. That's where silence come in at. You feel me? So I need for y'all to understand something. When you continue to go on in life, people that want to run over you and want to use you and manipulate you, they want you to be quiet and they want you to be silent for a reason. Because that's giving them the ammunition to continue to treat you how they want to treat you, right? I'm not being silent no more. If I say something to you, I expect for you to change it. And if you do not change it, guess what? I am moving on to the next. I am allowing myself to get up and walk away from you, because I'm not going to continue to let you treat me any kind of way. Manipulators, users, and narcissistic people. And narcissistic people, they like to continue to use you because guess what? They need the resources that you have. And 9 times out of 10, we might say to ourselves, we ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. What you using me for? Baby, listen. Your spirit is enough for somebody to use you. You want to know why? Because they know you have a genuine heart. They know you have a genuine spirit. They know you have a genuine love about yourself. That's why they use you. You don't have to have material things for somebody to be, you know what I'm saying, for somebody to use you up. You don't have to have anything really, but your heart. Your heart is pure. Your mind is pure. Every time you think about something, you think about them with them in mind. You feel what I'm saying? So they pick up on that. When they pick up on that, they allow themselves to be more attached to you. And guess what? They start to reflect the love that you give them. And it seems like they love you just like you love them. But really and truly, they don't. For real. They like to self-reflect. And let me just tell you something. Anytime you're in a situation with a person, I'm dropping gems all day, all morning today. So y'all better be listening. Anytime you're in a situation to where somebody reflects something on you, it's the problem that they have within themselves that they know that they cannot fix. So they keep on talking about your attitude. They keep on talking about how you talk too much. They keep on talking about all these things about you. That's really the problem within them. And they can't fix it. You want to know why? Because they don't have any accountability partners around them to help them fix it. Yeah. Hello. Manipulators, users, and narcissistic people don't have accountability partners around them to help them fix the problems that they have within themselves. So guess what? They reflect it on the person that's closest to them, which is you. And that's why you drive yourself insane, because you start to say to yourself, I ain't never heard this before about me. And guess what? When you start to hear things that you ain't never heard before, you start to think that it's something that they're holding you accountable for, right? And really and truly, they're not holding you accountable for nothing. If nobody in your life, in your adult life, in over 20-some, 30-some years, ain't never said nothing about your attitude, but you have somebody coming in talking about how you have a bad attitude and all of these things, and they trying to make like they helping you, baby, you really not helping me. You driving me insane, because I ain't never heard this before. You the only person that didn't said this to me. And guess what? When they make it seem like they're that accountability in your life, right? They make it seem like they're that accountability partner in your life. Guess what? You fall in love with them, because they're making it seem like they really love you and care about you. Oh, I'm just holding you accountable. No, baby, you're driving me insane. You're driving me insane, because the more that I think about it, I ain't never had no attitude problem. Nobody has ever said that I had all of these issues that you have said until you came into my life. So now I have fallen in love with somebody who has made me a reflection of who they are. See, y'all got to understand something. When you're with somebody and they make you insane, they drive you insane, you continue to be with them and you don't understand that you're not doing nothing but turning into a mini monster version of them. So who you was before is not who you're going to be at the end of this relationship or at the end of this marriage. You picking up what I'm putting down. You're not going to be the same person. The reason that you're not going to be the same person is because you have allowed them to pour into you the traits that they have hidden all along. So guess what? Now it's coming out of you. It's coming out of a real, genuine person who is already outspoken. So when you outspeak, it's going to be anger. Because they have caused you to be they have caused you to be mad. They have caused you to be pissed off. They have caused you to hurt and have all this pain. So guess what? When you're outspoken already in the relationship, and by the end of the relationship, you become angry and upset and mad and hurt. That's when they paint the picture that you're crazy to everybody else. Y'all see how deep this about to go? They paint the picture that you're crazy to everybody else because they want to make you feel like you're insane. They want to make you feel like you're not important. And let me say this. You are important. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing crazy about you. Listen. Ain't nothing wrong with the way that you speak about things. When you start to speak up about how you feel about certain topics and certain scenarios, let me tell you something. A lot of people that like to use you, manipulate you, have this narcissistic love towards you. They don't like for you to speak up. They like for you to be silent because that's how they control your mind. And you don't even realize that you're being separated from the people that actually love you because this person has made it seem like they care about you so much because of the love that you have given them reflects on how they love you, right? It's reflecting. So now you think this is the only person you got in this world because they have been the only person. They have been the only person to show you some accountability. They have been the only person to act like they love you. Don't fall for the trap. Don't allow yourself to fall for that trap. Don't allow yourself to be in this confined space with this person because guess what? That's why a lot of people need therapy and need, counseling after these relationships because the whole time they thought that somebody loved them, they were really just tarnishing who they are as a person. They were tarnishing your character because they know everything that you had to offer. They know everything you brought to the table. They know how you feel about them. They already know this. So guess what? When you start to drive yourself up the wall, you start to isolate yourself. You start to, I done lost the only person in the world, my best friend. Baby, that wasn't your best friend. That was somebody that has created a mini version of them. Not you out here in the world and you're rebelling against everybody else that actually love you. That's the same thing they do. They rebel against everybody that love them because they don't have anybody holding them accountable for the things that they do. Guess what? I don't care how grown you are. Everybody needs some type of accountability partner in their life. Everybody. And narcissistic people don't have people around them holding them accountable. So that's why they continue to be the way that they are. Let me tell y'all something. Narcissistic people and grand manipulators, they know how to paint a picture to make it look like they have something when they don't. Follow me. They make it seem like they go out here and buy all of these nice things, right? So when they go out here and buy all these nice things, the people that aren't in their life think that they have something when they really don't. So guess what? A lot of people want to be attached to them because of the material things that they have surrounded themselves with. And that's why a lot of people want to be attached to them, because they think they can get something out of them. But in reality, they don't have anything. They just look good. When people just look good, people are fooled that don't know them. So guess what? They continuously find different victims that they can paint, and they can, you know what I'm saying, make them look crazy too. Baby, ain't nothing wrong with you. Stop putting yourself in situations with people to make them to make them feel superior in your life. It ain't nothing wrong with you. You just have surrounded yourself with this narcissistic person. That's why you have continued to be fed up with how they treat you and how they act towards you. Because you have went radio silent in the relationship. You have went radio silent. Good morning. You have went radio silent in the friendship. Ain't nothing wrong with you, baby. Nothing. Give yourself enough courage and grace to understand that you not the person that you was before you got with them. And by the end of that relationship, you're not the same person, because they have turned you into them. So guess what? Now you got to go to therapy, and now you got to fix all of the things that they broke, because the whole time you thought that they loved you when they really didn't. That's what hurt us. That's what hurt us. Because we think that we have somebody around us that love us, and they really don't. When they finally get up and walk away from you and you have nothing left, and they take everything, that's the most hurtful part of it all. Because it's like, where do I start? But let me tell you something. When they walk away, that's the best thing that can happen to you. That's the best thing that can happen to you, simply because even though you have nothing left, that's a reason for you to start all the way over from scratch and build a life that you want for yourself, okay? Because let me tell you something. You can't build nothing on a shaky foundation. You can't build nothing on a foundation that is broken from the start, from the root. You can't build nothing on that. So guess what? Be thankful and be happy that they walked away from you when they did. Because now you have another chance. You have another chance to get it right. You have another chance to build a foundation. Let me tell you something. Somebody always told me, they said, if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. So guess what? I'm building my foundation on my own. I'm building my foundation on my own. I gotta build my foundation so I know that it's right. Because ain't nobody gonna do it the way that you do it. Ain't nobody gonna do it the way you do it, baby. Listen. You are loved regardless. You are loved regardless. Whether or not they in your life or not. It don't matter if they here, if they come or they go. Let me tell you something. Your unconditional love comes from your children, if you have kids. Your unconditional love comes from your mother, your father, your family. That's the unconditional love that you want, right? But a person that make themselves seem important in your life, they don't love you, because at the end of the day, if they did, they would have allowed you to be who you are. They tried to change you for a reason. They tried to, you know what I'm saying, reflect on you for a reason, because they wanted you to change something about yourself so they can feel better about themselves. You feel what I'm saying? Don't give nobody the satisfaction. When they decide to get up and walk away from you, don't give them the satisfaction of being hurt. You got 5 seconds to cry. That's it. You got 5 seconds to cry. Do you understand me? You got 5 seconds to cry about this person walking up out of your life and leaving you. You want to know why? Because let me tell you something. Anybody that walk away from you wasn't there in the beginning anyway. Anybody that get up and leave you with ease and walk out on you like you're nothing, that's somebody, they knew that from the beginning anyway. So just be thankful that you didn't waste no more time on this person and you didn't love them no more. Do you understand? I'm talking to y'all like this because I think that half of y'all in here need to hear me talk to y'all like this, because y'all don't have people around y'all to talk to y'all like this. So I'm going to talk to y'all like y'all my brothers or my sisters, because let me tell y'all something. Anybody that walk out on you is not meant to be in your life anyway. Let them walk. Let them walk away with you away from you with untied shoes on so they can trip over themselves. Because guess what? That's what they're going to do. They're going to trip over themselves. Do you hear me? People don't believe in karma, but I do. And let me just say this. Half of the people that think that they're going to make it without you, the folks that done walked out on you, that done left you, they ain't going to make it too far. You want to know why? Because let me tell you something. As soon as they get up and walk away from you, they living in their karma anyway. That's why they miserable at their job. You was trying to help them find another job. That's why they miserable in their daily life. They wake up angry. That's why their kids don't like them. That's why their family don't like them. You want to know why? Because that's their karma for treating somebody that had a genuine heart and genuine love for them. You done did me wrong. So guess what? That's your karma. You living in it every day. You ain't got to wish karma on nobody because guess what? They living in it already. Surprise. They living in it already. You ain't got to wish bad on nobody. I tell people that all the time. I said, baby, listen. You ain't got to wish bad on nobody that done did you wrong. You want to know why? Because at the end of the day, let me tell you something. When they decide to walk away from you and they decide to get up and move on and do what they do, and they want to paint a picture like they're just so happy without you, baby, listen. The karma is because they have to be fake. That's the karma. You got to be fake and make it look like you happy instead of you actually being genuinely happy. See, I give people one time to play with me. That's it. You get one time to play with me. That's it. One. That's it. You got one time to show me who you are. Once you have shown me who you are, guess what? I'm moving on from you because now I realize that I have, at this point in my life, I have to observe people for who they are and not who I want them to be. See, that be half of our problem because we be so busy trying to get up and move fast and, you know what I'm saying, not paying attention to the characteristics that some people have. And we just place them in this role in our life and we don't even know if they fit for real. Let me observe you for a minute. I need to see who you really are. I do that with everybody. Whether it's a relationship or a friendship, I got to see who you are first. That's why a lot of people right now, listen, a lot of people right now, when you get to that place in your life, let me tell you something. They want to go with you so bad, but they can't. You want to know why? The reason that they can't go with you is because they already know for a fact. They already know for a fact they can't keep up with you. They can't keep up with you. So guess what? They make you slow down. They make you slow down because they can't keep up with you. They know for a fact they can't keep up with you. So guess what? They talk you out of doing everything that you need to do for yourself. You want to go back to school? Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You don't need to go back to school. You too old. Baby, just be content. What? I'm not being content in nothing that I do in my life. I don't care how old I am. If I have the desire to go back to school and get an education, then baby, that's what I'm going to do. If I want to go get a new job, that's what I'm going to do. People that can't keep up with you talk you out of doing things for yourself. They talk you out of doing things for yourself because they can't keep up. They can't keep up. So I say this to tell you, don't slow down for nobody. If you want to go get a new job, go get it. If you want to go back to school, go get it. If you want to do all of these things in your life, if you want to travel, if you want to see the world, go get it. Don't let nobody talk you out of doing better for yourself because they can't keep up. The reason they can't keep up is because they don't have the desire to. They want to see you fail. They want to see you flunk. They want to see the boat sink. Guess what? It ain't going to sink over here, though. It's not going to sink over here. Because let me tell you something. The more they try to sabotage you, the more they try to throw you up under the bus, the more they try to make you feel like what you doing is enough. The more they're not doing nothing but putting themselves back. The more you talk about somebody, the more you start to put yourself back. Now that you're putting yourself back, guess what? I'm still passing you. Because let me tell you something. Once I realize who you are, I start to go silent with my moves. Ooh. I start to go silent with my moves because now you can't keep up with me for real because you don't know what place I'm in my life. See, they hate that. When they don't know what place you're in your life, they start to understand, oh, I gotta keep up with them. Or I gotta sabotage them. One, I gotta throw dirt on their name. I gotta throw salt on their name because everybody around them can't get that. They need to see them for who they are, baby. No, they gonna see me regardless, so it don't matter. You wanna know why? Because my genuine spirit is gonna place me in the rooms that I need to be in. You wanna know why? I know now that I'm different. See, I said this on my last live. I don't know if y'all was in here, but let me tell you this. I'm going to drop another gem for y'all this morning. You are not the black sheep in your family, period. You want to know why? Because you're the goat. And when you're the goat in your family, let me tell you something. A lot of your family don't even like you. You want to know why? Because you're breaking barriers that they can't break. You're breaking generational curses that they can't break. So guess what? They were the black sheep, but you are the goat because you're doing all of that in your family for yourself. Ooh. That's why they don't like you. That's why they can't stand you. That's why they hate to see you coming. Because they couldn't do it before you. They couldn't do it before you. So guess what? That's why your family don't even like to invite you to the cookouts. They don't like to invite you around, you know what I'm saying, to kick it with them. Because they know you got more sense than all of them. Your mind can't even fit in the room with them, no way. You different. Your mind can't even fit in the room with them, no way. Because you different. And guess what? That's why you the GOAT. That's why they the black sheep and you the goat. Because let me tell y'all something. They had the chance to break the barriers and break the generational curses. But they got content in that little small town. And they let that little small town mentality overtake their mind. So that's why they ain't move out. They ain't move out of your hometown. Because they didn't know how. But you did. You did. You know that there was something bigger and better than staying in that little small town. So when you got up and moved, they separated you from the family because they already knew what was coming. Yeah, that part. Baby, you great. Don't let nobody take your shine. Don't let nobody steal your shine. Let me tell you something. People that don't like you aren't good people. You want to know why? Because you're the most genuine, loving person in your life right now. So the people that don't like you aren't good people. The reason that they aren't good people is because they have failed to realize what a good person is. Ooh. So how can you be a good person if you don't know how to treat a good person correctly? You don't even know how to treat a good person. So how dare you say you a good person? You ain't no good person. You a manipulator. You a narcissist. You a user. See, people got it. Yeah, let me tell y'all something before I get off here this morning. Let me tell y'all something. It ain't nothing wrong with how you live your life. What be wrong is when you don't try to live your life on your terms and you start to live it on other people's terms, you lose sight of who you are. So therefore, when you lose sight of who you are, you continuously put yourself at the bottom shelf. A lot of y'all are top tier. But when you place yourself at the bottom shelf, people make you know what I'm saying, you allow yourself to be placed in positions that you don't even need to be in. A lot of y'all are overqualified for the positions that you play in people's life. Ooh. A lot of y'all are overqualified for the positions and the roles that you play in people's life. Way overqualified. You know daggone well you overworking and being underpaid. They're not even giving you as much as you giving them. They can't even keep up with you. And you allowing yourself to be watered down when you really 100 proof. Don't water yourself down for nobody. Don't let nobody make you feel like you on their level. No, baby. You need to get up on my level. Yeah, that part. Get up on my level. And then we can have a talk. But anything other than that, I'm going to say this. Trying is better than not. When you don't try and you just become content in your life and you just stop doing everything that you desire to do because you give up. Let me tell you something. Trying is better than not. When you want to go back to school and you stop looking at all the school stuff, you ain't trying no more. When you want to move your kids to a better school system or a better school zone and you stop looking, you ain't trying no more. Excuse me. When you want to have all of these things in your life and you stop trying to pursue them, you putting yourself down. For what? You ain't never too old. You ain't never too old. You ain't never disabled. Whatever the doctor said, baby, let me tell you something. That's a doctor diagnosis. Ain't nothing wrong with you. The doctor give you a diagnosis to make more money off of you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Don't let a diagnosis cripple you for the rest of your life. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You have the ability to do anything that you want to. Anything that you want, that you put your mind to, you can do it. So guess what? You ain't coming to my TikTok by coincidence. God placed you here because I said something to you today that you have been seeking in your life. So, with that being said, I hope each and every one of y'all get up and go get it today. This is a start of something new. This is a start of something great. This is a start of something that you've been needing in your life for your whole life. You got this. And let me tell you something. It's time to do a life audit. Anything that's not making you happy, it's time for you to write it off. It's time to do a life audit. Anything that's not making you happy, it's time for you to write it off. That includes the job, the people, the places, whatever. Write it off. And leave it there. When you write it down and you leave it there, let me tell you something. Don't go back and pick up that piece of paper. Throw it away. It's time to do a life audit. So guess what? As I always say, we got some work to do. Each and every one of y'all in here. Each and every one of y'all in here. Let me tell y'all something. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. I don't know y'all. Y'all can be strangers to me. It don't matter. But I love y'all simply because y'all have allowed y'allself to understand what being obedient is. See, that was step one. You are obedient by listening. You are obedient by staying in place and listening to a message that was for you. That was step one. So when you prayed that prayer and you asked God, what do I need to do? He said, be obedient. So you already reached step one. Now it's step two. Now it's step two. It's time to do a life audit and write off those things that's no longer making you happy. Because now we got things to do. See, you ain't think you had no more time. You thought you was running out of time. But let me tell you something. That step one Being obedient has put a lot of more time on your clock. Because let me tell you something. Being obedient means that you're isolating yourself to allow yourself to understand what's going on around you. Paying attention, listening is being obedient. You just added some more time to your clock that you didn't even think that you have. Because the time that you have spent here sitting with me, you have allowed yourself to be obedient to make it to step 1. You've been asking, where do I start from? You start from step 1. Step 1 is being obedient and being vigilant to the things that's going on around you. Step 2. Let's go to step 2. Let's write those people off. Let's do that. So if you're new here, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. It ain't nothing wrong with you. You are the GOAT. You are the GOAT. Listen, let me tell y'all something. You are the GOAT because of who you are, not because of what people want you to be. See, let me tell y'all something. I'm in the mood for dropping gems this morning. You are the GOAT because you didn't feed into the BS that your family wanted you to feed into, or your messy cousins and all them wanted you to feed into. That's why you're the chosen one, because a lot of things that intrigues everybody else does not intrigue you. You're not intrigued by that. You don't care. You want to know why you don't care? Because you're the GOAT. Goats don't be intrigued by nothing that doesn't concern them. It no longer concerns me, so guess what? I don't care about that. I don't care about that. You are set apart for a reason. You have allowed yourself to be set apart for a reason. And let me tell you something. That's why a lot of y'all don't understand this. That's why God has given you children. That's why a lot of y'all have had children, because you don't get that unconditional love from your family. So God has given you something else to give you that unconditional love, so you can be isolated by yourself and still get the unconditional love that you need. Oh, hello. That's why a lot of y'all have children, because the family that you want is not going to come from the family that you come from. It's going to come from your children that you have had. So that's why God is okay with you being alone now. You can be fully isolated. You want to know why? Because your children is the start of your new foundation. I'm giving you that new foundation that you want. It's not going to come from the family that you have and the family that you were born into. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. That's why a lot of y'all have kids. See, a lot of y'all didn't even want kids, but you needed the kids to be isolated to go to the next level in your life, because you still say, oh, I'm going to be lonely, but God gave you something so you won't be lonely on your isolating journey. You have children. The love that your children gives you is the love that your family was supposed to give you, but you reached a point in your life where you needed that unconditional love because God wanted to put you in that isolation. He wanted you to be by yourself. So guess what? He didn't want you to feel alone. Your children are the unconditional replacement of your family. The reason that he replaced that love with your children is because now it is time for you to do the things that you have always wanted to do in your life. Somebody asked me the other day, they said, why is it that people with children are more, they get more motivated when they have kids? I say, yeah. You want to know why? Because God placed them in an isolation moment with their children. And they wouldn't have done that if they didn't have kids and they were surrounded by family. See, we don't think about stuff like that because we be so big on family when God has given you positions to create your own. The family that you come from is not the family that God wants you to have. That ain't the family that God wants you to have, because he know how they are for real. And see, that's why a lot of us feel obligated to fix stuff that we did not break. Your family was messed up before you even came out of the womb, so it's no room for you to fix it. Guess what? I'm going to give you a chance to start your family on your own. That's why you have children. Your children is going to be your new family. Because now that you are breaking generational curses and you're breaking barriers, your children is going to be everything that your family was not. Stop trying to fix things that you did not break. You didn't break your family. Your family was already broken when you got here. So you trying to be the glue to hold them together ain't gonna work. You're not doing nothing but breaking yourself down and down and down as you continue to fix something that you didn't break. Now it's time for you to focus on you. It's time for you to focus on the things that you want to focus on in your life. Your family can't be fixed. It's time for you to build your own. Your mama, your daddy cannot be fixed. They just birthed the goat. Your mother and your father cannot be fixed. They just birthed the goat. That's it, that's all. You can't fix a relationship with them. You can't fix the relationship with your father because his job is already done in your life. You can't fix the relationship with your mother because her job is already done in your life. They gave life to a goat. They gave life to you. That's why it's so hard for you to fix it. Because God wants you to detach once you become an adult, because their job is already done. Now it's time for you to treat your kids the way that your parents didn't treat you. It's time for you to start something new. It's time for you to rebuild those generational curses and break them. So all of you that's wondering why you have not been able to get a rekindling relationship with your parents, that is why. He's giving you children to regain and rekindle the relationship through your kids. It starts with you. Mommy and daddy job is done. They gave birth to a goat. I want y'all to say that to y'allself today. They gave birth to a goat. Their job is completed already. It's done. You the goat. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. I don't care where you at or what stage you in right now in your life. I don't care if you got $50 to your name. You still a goat. You want to know why? Because a lot of y'all make a way out of no way. You ain't got to have all the finest things in your life to make something shake. Y'all know what they be saying. You got to make it shake. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to have all the finer things, and you ain't got to have all the money. You ain't got to have all the fame. You ain't got to have all the followers. Guess what? You still a goat, because you make something shake when you don't have anything. Ooh. You make something shake when you don't have nothing. That's why you the GOAT. You the GOAT because you have created a life for yourself that you don't even know that you're creating. See, because a lot of times we don't even know where it come from. You like, sometimes y'all be surprising yourself. Sometimes y'all be surprising yourself because when you were in situations where you ain't have to do nothing but break down, You had to break down, and people around you didn't care about you breaking down. Guess what? When you had people around you that claimed they love you, and when you broke down and they still didn't feed into you, they still didn't pour into you, they still didn't give you what you needed to make it, you ain't do nothing but get weaker. Now that you're alone and you're by yourself, when you break down, you go get up and go get it. God wanted you to do that. He created you. You are the GOAT for a reason. Because when you by yourself, that's the most motivating surroundings that you need to get up and go get it. That's why he put you in situations for you to be tested. You don't have the money for your bill, guess what? You're going to make some shake. You want to know why? Because you the GOAT. Your kids need something for school. You ain't got the extra money to do it, but guess what? You're going to make some shake because you the GOAT. Your car need fixed. You ain't got the money to get it fixed, but guess what? You're going to make some shake because you the GOAT. All of these things play a part in your elevation in your life. So when you start surrounding yourself with people that aren't for you, you will start to get a clouded mind because those people aren't supposed to go to the levels that you're on. That's why a lot of us be stagnant in our life. We be trying to figure out, well, dang, I was booming over here, but now I ain't booming no more. Yeah, it's time for you to do a life audit. It's time for you to evaluate those people around you for a reason. Hello? Yeah. That's why you're stagnant. You're stagnant because you have to reach levels that a lot of people can't keep up with. So when you drop them, let me tell you something. When you drop some people, it's going to feel like an anchor has been lifted off of you because your feet and your hands are finally going to be free. Now you can continue to move on. And when you continue to move on and you keep on trucking, guess what? Those people ain't going to be able to catch up. Then you'll realize, like, God, you saved me from something I didn't even know I needed to be saved from. Lord, have mercy. You saved me from those people because I didn't even realize that they were holding me back. God, you saved me. It's time to do a life audit. Let's get to work. Let me tell you something. Because you are the GOAT. You got people around you that's making you seem like you ain't all that in a bag of chips. You want to know why? Because you're not. You're the whole meal on the table. Ooh. When they make you feel like you're not all that in a bag of chips, baby, it's because, baby, I'm not. I'm the whole meal on the table. That's why. Matter of fact, I am the table. That's why. I'm not all that in a bag of chips. I know I'm more than that. That's why you can't keep up with me. That's why you don't like me. That's why you don't like being around me, because you know for a fact I am the table. And see, when people already make themselves feel like they are the table, see, you got a counterfeit table. Y'all know them little tables that we had when we was kids. You got the counterfeit table and you got the wood table. You got the one that's made of plastic and you got the one that's actually made of the cherry oak wood. Baby, listen. Nobody that's a plastic table can even sit up with you in the same room, because guess what? People of quality gonna walk right past that little plastic table that's sitting over there, and they know that. Guess what? Because they want to sit at the cherry oak table. Baby, you built like a brick. Do you understand me? Understand me? You built like a brick. So people of quality is going to surpass the table that's made of plastic for a reason. And a lot of people don't like that. When you walk into the room, that's why a lot of people leave, because they're that plastic table that people surpass when you finally get there. You be wondering why people walk out of the room when you step into the room. Yeah, baby. They step out of the room because they can't sit in the room with you. They can't be with you. You be thinking something wrong. And it's some beef. Baby, it ain't no beef. It's just that they know. It ain't no beef. They know. They know the real. They know they can't sit with you. They know they can't keep up with you. They know this. Let me tell y'all something. It ain't nothing that God won't reveal to you. All you got to do is look around and pay attention. When you're so distracted by things that no longer matters in your life, you start to miss some signs of people that you need to be paying attention to. Let me tell y'all something. A villain talks too much. A villain talks too much. They'll reveal who they are before you even get to the finish line. The reason that they will reveal themselves is because the way that they talk and the way that they do things, you will understand that they were only supposed to be a test in your life anyway. That's why a lot of the relationships don't work. That's why a lot of the friendships don't work. You wondering why people falling out with you over small stuff. Have y'all ever been in situations where people would just fall out with you over $5 or a t-shirt or something so small? You wondering like, y'all must really needed that. No, baby. They needed to be away from you because they couldn't take it. They couldn't take it. That's why they away from you. That's why they wanted to be away from you, because they couldn't take the heat. Y'all know what my grandma used to tell me, baby, if you can't take the heat, then get out the kitchen. If you can't take the heat, then get out the kitchen. Guess what? A lot of people that can't take the heat, they find ways to get out of the kitchen. Woo! They find ways to get out of the kitchen because they know for a fact they can't sit with you at the table. Woo! Yeah. Yes. They fall out with you because they know they can't sit with you at a table. You got to understand something. When people walk away before the table was even built, that goes to show you how much work that they're willing to put in for your relationship, for your friendship, and all of that. You want to know why? Because a lot of them don't want to sit down at a table they did not put in work at. Don't nobody want to sit down at no table where they made it look good, but it ain't good. You can't sit with me. Because you know for a fact you wasn't going to put no work with me. You wasn't going to put in no work with me. You feel me? Allow them to get up and walk away from you, baby. Let them walk. Say deuces. It's time for you to say goodbye. It's time for you to say goodbye. They can't sit with you. So as I wrap up this live, everybody that's on this live right here, right now, all 144 of y'all, let me tell y'all something. You're going into a transitional phase in your life. So a lot of people are about to start falling out of your life like flies. And the reason that they're going to be falling out of your life is because you're going to start to reach levels to where they can't take the heat. And guess what? They're not going to like that you surpass them, because at the end of the day, they knew they couldn't keep up with you anyway. See, a lot of people like to talk you out of being your full potential because they know they can't keep up with your full potential. That's why they don't want you to go get their new job, because they so worried about themselves. That's why they don't want you to go, you know what I'm saying, to go out here and go travel the world, because they know they can't do it themselves. That's why they don't want you to put your kids in a private school, because they can't do that themselves. Pay attention to the key words that people say to you. When you say that you're going to do something, they're going to be like, oh, well, can you afford that? Yes, I sure can. I sure can. Oh, well, I don't think you should do that. We done had our talks and we done talked about the financial side of things. See, people start to put fear in you when they start to talk about financial. Baby, listen. Ain't nothing wrong with going and wanting more for yourself. Don't let the finances scare you. Don't let the other people scare you. Don't let the things that's happening around you scare you. Because just because they're not moving, don't mean that you can't move. Let me tell you something. If you ever get discouraged, all you got to do is walk down the bread aisle. You want to know why I want you to walk down the bread aisle? Because when other people when other people moved, they wasn't scared to move with them. You want to know why? People that are surrounded by stagnant people get discouraged, and they stop doing the things that they need to do for themselves. If you ever get discouraged, walk down the bread aisle. You see all them different brands of bread. They didn't care about if somebody else was doing it too. They went out there and made their own brand. You want to know why? Because they had the mentality that there ain't nobody brand better than mine. Now when a pandemic go on, guess what? The first thing to go is bread. So guess what? They gonna sell regardless. Baby, I'm gonna sell regardless, so it don't matter. Allow yourself to understand that you gotta have that mentality. Don't let nobody make you feel like you can't do what other people are doing. Because at the end of the day, when you get discouraged, like I said, go down the bread aisle. Look at all those different brands of bread that's sitting on the shelf. You want to start a boutique, go do it. You want to start a clothing line, go do it. You want to start a business that everybody doing right now, go do it. Because guess what? They ain't you. They ain't you. It don't matter. They're not you. Just because it was created before you don't mean you can put your little flavor on it and make it you. I don't know if y'all from Atlanta, but let me tell y'all something. The slutty vegan owner, it was a lot of vegan restaurants here before she got here. But guess what? She just put her little twist on it. And now she's a millionaire. And she has 8 locations. 8 locations. Pinky Cole. If y'all don't know who she is, go look her up. She didn't get discouraged because of all the other people around her had vegan restaurants. She put a twist on her own, and now she is simply winning because she has allowed herself to not be stagnant in her life, and she understood the assignment. She understood that just because somebody else was doing it don't mean that I can't. I'm just put my little flavor on it. See, a lot of y'all think that y'all so bland for real in y'all life. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of y'all got so much flavor. A lot of people don't want y'all to come out with nothing that you have because they know you gonna out flavor them, if that makes sense. They know that. They don't want you to do no boutique because they know that you will out flavor them. I want y'all to pay attention to the people that's around you. Anybody that really love you for real and they charge you for the knowledge, they want you to pay an arm and a leg to get the knowledge that they got for free. Let me tell you something. That's fear that they're trying to put into you to make it seem like you can't do it. Because, baby, they got that knowledge for free, but they want to charge you. They want to charge you so much because they know that once you put your flavor on it, and once you start to do it, you're going to bypass them. And a lot of people don't want to see you bypass them because they be afraid that it's not going to be room for them. Let me tell you something. You ain't got to buy no vendor list. You ain't got to pay nobody to do your credit. You ain't got to pay nobody to do nothing for you. You want to know why? Google and YouTube is free. See, and a lot of us would much rather pay for it because we don't want to put in the work. And guess what? When we don't put in the work, we put it in our mind that it's hard. It ain't hard. It ain't hard. It ain't hard. It's actually easy. Every ebook that you about to buy to get this business, let me tell you something. It's free online. You can go get that same knowledge that you about to pay them $2,000 for online. I don't know if y'all heard about it, but it's a young lady out here right now that's charging $2,000 for an ebook. Everything that was in that ebook that she charged $2,000 for, she made $1 million off of. People bought an ebook for $2-something thousand. The same thing that's on Google right now is the same thing that she's selling. I mean, word for word. That's it. That's all. Now she's a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, because this ain't her first time doing it. All you got to do is put in the work and put in the time. The only reason that you ain't got time is because you have surrounded yourself with people that aren't supposed to be around you anyway. So they're taking and sucking up the time that you already have for yourself. The time that you have for yourself, they're sucking it up out of you. So that's why you ain't got the time. That's why you'll much rather pay for it when really and truly all you got to do is sit down and isolate yourself, do a life audit and write those people off and get them out of your life. I guarantee you, you're putting more time on your clock to do everything you need to do. You got all the time in the world, to do things for everybody else. But when it's time for you to do something for yourself, you don't think that you have time. Baby, you got all the time in the world. You do it for everybody else. But when it's time for you to do it for yourself, you would rather pay somebody to do it for you than to putting in the work and isolating yourself and doing it for yourself. Y'all want to know what's so crazy? What I had to figure out? I said, God, every time somebody come to me and ask me to help them, they need me for something, I put in all this time to try to figure it out, to try to help them. But I don't never do that for myself. I don't never give that time to myself. I would rather pay somebody to do it for me, but instead I need to be learning it on my own, because I would cherish it just a little bit more if I did the work on my own. That's why a lot of us don't understand the journey of life, because we think that we got to pay for everything. We trying to get our money up to go pay somebody to do something that we can do for ourselves for free. But we just so afraid that we ain't got the time. When I seen that people are charging to make other people LLC, y'all, that broke my heart. A LLC is free. Or might be $100. That's it. People charging $1,500. They have LLC packages because people are paying them money to do an LLC because they don't think they have the time. It ain't nothing but a 1-2 step. That's it. That's it. It ain't nothing but a 1-2 step. That's it. People are paying because they're being blinded by what look good, when really you're not doing nothing but making more mistakes in your life by allowing people to be paid for something for free. It's actually against the law for you to pay somebody to do your credit. You want to know why? All the information that you need is on Google for free. It's illegal for somebody to charge you to do your credit. You can do your own credit. You ain't got to pay nobody $2,000, $3,000 to do something that you got to do something that's for free. But the only reason that they're charging people is because they don't want to reveal their secrets that they got for free. All of the letters and everything that they're sending out for you to the credit bureaus is online for free. They just don't want you to get the knowledge because they're scared that somebody is going to come in and take over something that they're doing. Baby, listen. Anything that I get for free, I'm not going to charge nobody else for it. You want to know why? Because I can spill out the knowledge. Because at the end of the day, when my parents birthed the goats, when they birthed me, I knew that I was going to stand out anyway. No matter if I did everything that everybody else is doing. It don't matter. It don't matter. I'm going to give it to you for free. That's what's wrong with society today. Everybody want to gatekeep. Everybody want to keep things to themselves when they got it for free. Everybody want to charge you $4,000, $5,000 for something that they got for free. Baby, that knowledge is free. That ebook that you got everybody buying is free. Don't be fooled by the fame and the money. Don't be fooled by the things that people think that they have painted a picture like they have given you something. Baby, you ain't giving me anything. I can Google all this stuff right now that you telling me, and you ain't giving me nothing. It's free. I ain't going that deep with y'all. Anyway, I love y'all. And let me tell y'all something. Don't let nothing that nobody else is doing stop you from doing what you want to do. It's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late. Let's go get it. And like I always say, we got work to do. We got work to do. This place to where you are in your life right now, you ain't stopped here by chance. You stopped here because God sent you here, because it was something that you were asking yourself. Something that you was asking yourself. God revealed to me because I don't know what's going on. He put you right here in this live for a reason. You stood here and you watched me and you listened to me, and that was step one of being obedient to going to the next level in your life. Everything you done prayed about, you done got confirmation from it today. Just by being obedient and coming on TikTok. Just by being obedient and coming on TikTok. That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. You're welcome. When I tell people this all the time. I say, listen, you ain't never got to thank me for anything. Because I'm being used as a vessel for a reason. To help people that didn't think that they could be helped. People think they got to pay for everything. The world has made it seem like people got to pay for everything. That's why a lot of people go pay for tarot card readers. They go pay for therapists. They go pay for all of these things, when really all you got to do is be obedient and just let God guide you to where you need to be. See, God is y'all GPS. God is your GPS. He's going to guide you to every room that you need to be in. So when you get lost and you need an answer for something, guess what? Just like you got lost and you needed an answer to something, guess what? He guided you to my life. He guided you over here to listen to something that you have been asking yourself over and over again. Whenever you get lost, I want you to understand something. It's not a coincidence. Whenever you get lost in life and you need some guidance, God is going to guide you, because that is what he's supposed to do. He's your GPS in life. See, a lot of y'all don't understand that. That's why a lot of times we be so clouded in our mind, because we be thinking that we got to go pay somebody to give us something that God will give you for free. All you got to do is pay attention and be guided and be obedient, and understand that even though I am lost right now, even though I might need something right now in my life, I might not need it until God actually guide me to it. A lot of y'all be wanting answers, but it don't be time for you to get the answer. A lot of y'all needed answers last week, but you just now getting it today for a reason. Ooh. You just getting it now today for a reason, because now your light bulb is on. A lot of y'all didn't have the power. Let me tell you something. Without power, you don't have the light. Okay? Without power, you don't have the light. So guess what? A lot of y'all didn't have the power for the light to come on. So now that the light bulb is now on, it's now time for you to get up and move. It's now time for you to get up and go to those next levels. It's now time for you to do the things that you need to do in your life, so you and your children and your family can be great. You didn't have the power back then. You got the power now to turn on the light bulb. The light bulb is on. Now that the light bulb is on, what you gonna do? Now that the light bulb is on, what you gonna do? Now that the light bulb is on and it has set you free, what are you gonna do? Because the whole time you have been asking God to give you a light in your life. The whole time you have been giving and asking people to help you, and nobody has helped you. But at the end of the day, your prayer did. When you prayed that prayer and said, God, I need for you to remove those people out of my life that don't mean me well. Can you help me out? He removed those people. He put you in a position to understand that he is in control. You are not. So now that you're at this place in your life, it has taken a turn, because you are in a place right now where you are more able and more capable of being who you need to be. You're more able and capable of being who you are right now, and that's the person that you was not last week. That's not the person that you was 3 months ago. That's not the person that you was 5 months ago. You have made it this far because you have realized something about yourself that you probably wouldn't have been able to realize it 90 days ago. You're going through it now. Because now that you have the power, the light bulb is on. The light bulb is on for a reason. Because you're at a point in your life where it's time to change. It's time to change. I wish my light was on last week. No, you didn't. Last week, you wasn't ready for your light to be on. Last week, you weren't ready for the light to be on. You were ready for the light to be on this week. You were ready for your light to be on 10/8/2022. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to give y'all this little gem before I get off of here. I've been saying I'm going to get off, but listen, let me tell y'all something. Okay? My birthday is on October 23rd. My birthday is on October 23rd, right? And I said, God, you know what? I need for you to guide me because I don't know what to do on my birthday this year. I want to do something different. I want to do something amazing. I want to do something, you know. So he gave me the date. He said 10/2/22. He said 10/2/22. That's what he told me. I said, okay. So 10/2/22, I'm going to do something for my birthday. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to just do something, right? I'm going to do something for my birthday, 10/2/22. Let me tell you something that's so big about 10/2/22. When I finally isolated myself and I put myself in a position to be alone, I said 10/2/22 is something about 10/2/22 because God gave me that date because he wants me to do something on my birthday on that day and not on my actual birthday. You want to know what's so big about 2/22/22? 10/2/22. I'm writing on my hand. Yes, I am. Y'all already said it in the comments. I don't even got to say it. 10/2/22. What's so big about 10/2/22 is 2 times 2 is 4, right? I mean, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. All the numbers that you get in 10/2/22, right? It equals up to 10. So 10, are y'all following what I'm saying? Now 10, right, is a whole number of the month. So God said, I am going to give you 10 blessings this month because this is the month of 10. Y'all, I lost my mind because I wasn't following him at first. I was like, wait a minute, what is so traumatic about this 10? What is so traumatic about this 2/22, this 10/22/22? It's bigger than what you think. See, a lot of us lose ourselves because we be so big. We be so busy trying to figure out what it means when really you don't need the answer right now. You didn't get the answer a couple months ago because it wasn't time for you to get it. You got the answer now because now it's all coming together because that's what you need. See, a lot of us think that when we're falling apart, that everything is falling apart. But really, it's something in our life that's falling together. I was falling apart. because I did not understand. I said, God, you're not allowing me to understand what's going on. He said, because I need for you to just walk and follow me. You so busy back here asking yourself, and you're not doing nothing but holding up the process. Stop asking questions and just walk. When you ask questions, you're not doing nothing but stalling and stopping yourself from moving forward. When you ask too many questions, you're not doing nothing but stalling. Stop stalling yourself. Okay? Stop stalling yourself. The time is now. The time is now. And let me tell you something. Everything that you lack, you will get. It was 10:02 on the clock when you spoke that message. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just something about numbers, God, the spirit, all of that stuff. It's going to come together for you. If you lost right now, let me tell you something. You ain't got to call nobody. You ain't got to text nobody. You ain't got to speak to nobody. Let me tell you something. Just be quiet. Silence is going to be your friend. Today in your house, your children outside, whatever. I want you to turn everything off in your house. Everything. Turn everything off. No sound, no nothing. You don't need nothing in your house. No music, no none of that. Let me tell you something. That is going to place you in a place of peace. In a place of peace that you did not think that you would ever have in your life. You need that time to yourself to understand that is something that you need in your life. Isolation, quietness, and peace. Just do it today. Do it today. Turn off everything. I mean, everything in your house need to be shut down, shut off. Your kids ain't there. That's the perfect time. Your children not running around the house. That's the perfect time. They run around the house. Send them outside. Give yourself 5 minutes of just peace and quiet. Just peace and quiet. That's it. Starting today, your power has been turned on. Starting today, your power has been turned on. And guess what? A lot of y'all have gotten y'all light bulb turned on today. Whew. A lot of y'all light bulbs are on right now. And you thinking to yourself, I've been asking for this for months. I've been asking God to reveal this to me for months. I've been sitting in my house asking God to help me for months. And now I get on TikTok and my light bulb just turned on, because now all of the things that I needed to do for my business has come to my mind. All the things that I needed to do to move has come to my mind. All of the things that I needed for myself has come to my mind in just one sitting. Just one, all it takes is just one sitting of silence. This one isolation moment. That's all it takes. You're now in a place in your life where the light bulb is on. And it's up to you what you do with that light. It's up to you. It's up to you what you do with that light from this point forward. Because he already done turned it on for you. What are you going to do with it? So I say all of that to say. You may not have it all right now, but it's coming. And let me tell y'all something. When it comes to you so fast, I need for you to plant your feet and brace yourself. Because when it comes to you and it hits you, I'm going to tell you something. It's going to knock the wind out of you because you're not going to expect it. But everything that you lack right now in your life is coming towards you, and it's coming fast. Have y'all ever seen a raging bull and when they see red, it's coming to you that fast. Okay? It's coming to you that fast. It's coming to you that fast. All I see is 222. Y'all, I want y'all, if y'all liking right now, just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. If y'all liking right now, just stop. It's 10:08 a.m. We at 200.2K likes. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. In the month of 10, let me tell y'all something. Anytime somebody say something to me about you done had a silver spoon in your life all your life. A lot of people don't understand. That's not true. Because even though I was raised a certain way, I need for a lot of people to understand this. Even though you were raised a certain way, your adulthood is what actually happens. Your adulthood is actually where your traumatic experience starts. Because your childhood no longer matters when you hit your 20s and your 30s and your 40s and all that. Your childhood don't matter no more. It's your adulthood. That's where your traumatic experiences come from. So I need a lot of people to understand something. The way that I was raised has nothing to do with how I am as an adult. You want to know why? Because my childhood died when I hit my 20s and I became an adult. My childhood no longer matters. It no longer serves me. So I need for you to respect who I am as an adult, because this really what has birthed me. My adulthood. What people don't understand is your adulthood is what your inner child needs to be comfortable with when you become an adult. And follow me when I say this. A lot of us don't understand that our adulthood is not supposed to be reflected on how we were as a child. Our childhood died with us when we came into our 20s for a reason. You are rebirthed in your adulthood because now you're actually experiencing what life is about. I don't know about y'all, but can't nobody compare my childhood and my adulthood. Let me tell you something. If you're sitting in your house right now, if you hold yourself like this, if you put two hands on your head just like this, you're going to instantly start to cry. And you want to know why you're going to start to cry? It's because you were not healed from your childhood, but it has came with you in your adulthood. Nobody ever held you like this in your childhood life because it was a traumatic experience for you. Your adulthood is still reflecting your childhood if you hold yourself like this and you instantly start to cry. Because you're still seeking something from your adult and from your childhood that you did not get as a child. This is the type of hold that you wanted as a child, but you did not get it. That's why you're crying when you do it. Because the emotions that you have, the emotions that you get, was not the emotions that you were able to display as a kid. A lot of us had to grow up way too fast and be adults when we didn't need to be adults. So a lot of us didn't get that childhood treatment. A lot of us didn't get that love that we needed. A lot of us didn't get what we needed because we were so busy trying to be an adult before it was time to be an adult. We missed the childhood mark. So we didn't have time to be have time to be emotional. We didn't have time to show pain. We didn't have time for that because we had to be strong all our life. So since you didn't get it as a child, you're getting it now. That's why a lot of y'all are over emotional. You're over emotional right now because you are not able to be emotional as children. That's why you can cry at the drop of a dime when something traumatic happens in your adulthood life, because you are not able to be that way in your childhood. That's why a lot of y'all are triggered off certain things that probably wouldn't even trigger the next person, because that was something that you wasn't able to emotionally stand when you were a kid. I want to tell y'all something. I'm going to say this real quick before I get off. At 10:22, a lot of y'all are going to wake up at 10:22. The rest of y'all at 10:28 are going to start to understand the journey of life. So at 10:22, a lot of y'all are going to wake up. Y'all going to wake up, your light bulb going to come on. Something is going to trigger your mind to make you feel like you need to feel when it comes down to getting to the next level of your life. At 10:28, a lot of y'all are going to start to understand what life is about. Now, 10:22, for the people that finally get that light bulb moment, I want you to do something. Turn everything off. That's what I want you to do. Turn everything off at 10:22. At 10:28, I want y'all to stop liking for a second. It's 10:28. Everybody that don't understand what life is about, you're going to get triggered. You're going to get triggered. Yeah, you're going to get triggered at 10:28. 2 plus 8 is what? 2 plus 8 is what? 10. 10:28 is where a lot of y'all are going to be triggered and understand what life is about. It's 228 right now in the likes. It's 228 right now in the likes. Ooh. Anyway, I'm going to be off here before 10:22 because a lot of y'all need this time to y'allself. I'm going to let y'all enjoy this time to y'all self, because let me tell y'all something. It's a process. The process has been revealed on what you need to do to get to the next level of your life. You asked God for an answer. He just gave you an answer on this live today. You asked him for confirmation, and he gave you the confirmation on this live today for a reason. You were seeking something in your life that you finally got on this live, and when you got on this live, you did not understand what you were on here for. You did not understand why you were so intrigued, but God intrigued you because it was time for you to understand that you need to reach a level in your life that you have been asking him to help you reach. The chain has been broken. The chain has been broken. The chain has been broken. You will get 10 things this month to help you reach the levels in your life to get success. You will break free from 10 things that has been holding you back. And you will also understand that all of the 10 things that has been holding you back did not need to be broken away from you until this point in your life. I said 10 things, not 10 people. Don't get that misunderstood. 10 things is going to be broken from your life starting today, to where you are going to start understanding what the life and the journey is about. I'm about to get off because it's already 10:19. So a lot of y'all, I want to hear what a lot of y'all got to say at 10:22. And now we at 122 people in here. 122. Y'all gonna be looking at the clock all day today, but let me tell you something. You ain't gonna even realize that it's happening. You ain't even gonna realize that it's happening. You're not even gonna realize that something around you is happening for your better good. Y'all gonna be looking at the clock all day today. Because let me tell you something. This whole live was intentional. This whole live was intentional. That's why I've been on this long. I was waiting for 10 o'clock so I can get to 10:22 and 10:28. Because the message that I have given you guys all the way up to this point has been a lot. And the reason it has been a lot is because I had to give a lot of answers today to people that were seeking answers that they think that they wouldn't have got if they wouldn't have got on TikTok. A lot of y'all came to TikTok for a distraction, but you got what you needed because you needed to come on and understand that even if you're not seeking the answers, you're going to get them anyway. Even if you're trying to find a distraction, sometimes the distractions give us the answer. So welcome to the live. You got the answer for a reason. Everything that I did today was intentional. I did it on purpose so you can get what you need. Okay? So I love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me today. If you do not know who I am Akira Rajane. I am the human GPS. So if you don't know, now you know. Subscribe, like, and make sure you turn your notifications on from when I go live again. I don't know if I'm going to go live again today. I don't know yet. But make sure you turn it on. When you turn it on, let me tell you something. You're always going to be in for a treat. Bye, y'all. 10:22, 10:28. Y'all better be looking.